Savannah Chrisley has all the cookies, and we are here for it. The star is promoting a cookie delivery box, and of course, she looks adorable doing it. Savannah took to Instagram on World Gratitude Day to tell her fans all about a cookie delivery service. What are you grateful for? She starts the post saying, "Today, on World Gratitude Day, I am grateful for warm at Tiff Street's cookies delivered right to my door, and now it's my turn to bake your day. Tiff's Treats is helping me gift my followers free cookies to start a chain reaction of kindness in Atlanta, Charlotte, and Nashville. Comment below what you're grateful for and tag a friend you want to send warm cookies for a chance for them to win free cookies. #BakeItForward." She writes on her Instagram caption. Savannah showing off cookies isn't all fans are noticing, though. They are also seeing just how great she looks while showing the cookies. "Or so gorgeous," one fan writes on the post. Of course, they are also chiming in with what they are grateful for. It seems Savannah really spreads some positivity with this World Gratitude Day post, of course. The star isn't just posting about cookies on her Instagram. She's been blowing fans away with one of her new promos for her fragrances. She has been posing in gorgeous silky gowns, showing off her pretty smile. She launched 3 new fragrances, and each of those came with its own look. It's obvious she is super passionate about the products she has created and was excited to show them off on her Instagram. Fans were nothing but supportive in the comments. It seems that Savannah Chrisley has been having a great time on Instagram lately. A light afternoon sun cast long shadows across the polished kitchen floor, warm honey tones dancing across marbled countertops, and the gleaming chrome fixtures. Savannah Chrisley moved with a quiet hunger, each step echoing slightly in the large, open room where the smell of freshly baked sugar cookies lingered like perfume. No words were spoken, only the soft serenade of baking ingredients cooling in wire racks and the gentle hum of the refrigerator door closing. Her waist, small as a bird's, cinched under a fitted top, already tight against the swell of desire for sweetness. Savannah's heart fluttered, not from anxiety, nor from joy exactly, but from the honest thrill of anticipation. A long row of cookies, a dozen, 2 dozen, waited. Each one perfect. Golden brown at the edges, soft in the center, sugar crystals glinting under the light, faint cracks on their domed tops. She reached first for a simple butter cookie, picking it up between thumb and forefinger. The outside gave way to softness, melting under the fingertips. A small bite, crumbs scattering across the countertop, dusting her fingers in fine sugar. For a moment, Savannah stood still, letting flavor wash over her. Creamy butter, vanilla, a whisper of salt. But one bite would not be enough. Hunger demanded more. Her hand dipped into the next batch. Chocolate chip this time. Large semi-sweet morsels glinting like dark jewels set in dough. She pinched one, pressing it into her mouth, chewing slowly, deliberately, enjoying the contrast of soft dough and chocolate warmth. Tiny fragments fell, some landing on the crimson apron tied around her waist, some tumbling to the floor. Savannah didn't pause to pick them up. There were others waiting. Cookie after cookie, she ate. A sugar-glazed pretzel-shaped twist, a chewy oatmeal raisin, a snickerdoodle dusted in cinnamon sugar. Each one different, each one calling to her. The smell of brown sugar and butter followed, translucent wisps curling up into her hair, clinging to the fabric of her top. Her waist, still small, now bore the pressure of fullness. Buttons stretched at the seam, fabric pulling across her abdomen. But she pressed on. Crumbs littered the counter. Chocolate fingerprints stained the wood. Slight indentations where her fingers pressed into the soft dough. She switched hands. The left hand reached for double chocolate, fudgy dense. It stuck slightly, resisting the lift. Savannah used her nails, teasing it loose, then sank teeth into the center. An eruption of sweetness, almost too much, high cocoa content, a hint of bitterness just under the glaze of sugar. Satisfaction roared. Her breathing shifted, soft inhales and exhales. The room seemed to spin a little with indulgence. A cookie with marshmallow and graham. The inside of her mouth toasted with gooey softness. One studded with nuts, crunchy, earthbound. Another rolled in powdered sugar that dusted her fingers like snow, melting where the warmth touched. Her waistline, tiny, pushed outward, fabric drawn taut, shirt riding up slightly as though rebelling. She leaned forward over the counter, body arching a little, her ribs pressing outward from beneath her chest. The first signs, tightness just under the ribs, where the last few kisses of the cookie dough settled. Savannah paused, hand hovering over a plate pile high. Eyes closed for a moment, only smelling lingering aromas. Vanilla bean, cocoa, brown butter, cardamom, cinnamon. But the pause was brief. She lifted again. A thumb-sized cookie dipped in caramel. Soft center and chewy edges. She bit the middle first, letting caramel stretch, ribbon-like, into her mouth, then tearing outward so more texture. A crisp shell, under caramel sticky, could be savored. She swallowed slowly. Hunger, craving, satisfaction, want, they all coursed through her tangled. She shifted her weight, one foot sliding slightly. Her shirt bunched at the side, waistline straining. The seams stretched. A ripple ran across fabric, but still more cookies waited. She pressed fingerprints into their golden surfaces, gathering handfuls, pressing them against her lips, crunching, folding them back, moments between bites. In the silence, only the soft crackle of sugar crust, the subtle crack of crust giving way to soft dough, the slight wet smack of the tongue. Her stomach, once flat beneath the small waist, rounded now, pressing up against the waistband of trousers. Buttons threatened. The gentle swell below the ribs. A fullness that sang. She tilted her head back, letting a creamy sugar glaze drip from her lips. Fingers reached to catch it, wiping it onto her chin, smearing caramel across her cheek. She surveyed her hands, sticky, sweet, and then resumed. Another cookie. A dark chocolate wafer, crisp edges. Another, chunky peanut butter, rich pattern from the fork press, salty and rich. Then a small ginger snap. Molasses deep, spine-tingling warmth, just a bite to warm the throat. Her throat tasted fire. She swallowed. More swallowed. The plate emptied. She reached to the cooling racks. Still warm, still promising. She gathered several, pressing them to her waist, letting them rest briefly against the skin before lifting, cradling them, stacking them in trembling fingers. More sweetness, more weight. Her waist tightens further. The shirt rides higher. Now a glimpse of skin. Her pants zipper pulls, the button straining. The sensation of stretching, taut lines, fabric groaning under pressure. She moves to the sink, hand rinsing crumbs under running water, sudsing away sugar and butter. Then she turns, leaning against the edge of the counter. The last cookie, thick, fudgy, dense, remains in her hand. She holds it there for a moment, savoring its warmth, letting its scent rise. Then she takes one final bite. The chocolate oozes. Bitterness mingles with sugar. A crescendo. And then stillness. Her breathing slows. The sun shifts past the kitchen window, a soft glow across her shoulders. No speech is needed. The kitchen gleamed like a showroom, but it wasn't untouched. Open flour bags, sugar-dusted countertops, and scattered baking tools told a different story. A whirlwind of sweet alchemy just recently complete. Cookie trays lined every surface, cooling under the breeze of a silent ceiling fan. Golden edges, melted chocolate chips, crinkled tops, an empire of cookies. Savannah Chrisley stood at the heart of it still. Not a word passed her lips. She wore lounge shorts and a soft cotton crop top, the hem barely brushing the top of her taut, toned midriff. Her blonde hair was pulled up in a loose bun. One tendril stuck to her cheek with flour and the faint sheen of heat. Her stomach, flat and compact, looked almost unreal under the kitchen lights. But her eyes weren't on herself. They were locked on the cookies. She walked forward, barefoot, deliberate, each step padded and precise. The floor creaked slightly under the old hardwood. Her hand reached toward the tray nearest her, where a dozen thick chocolate chunk cookies lay cooling. She picked one up. Warm, she bit. The cookie folded in her mouth like velvet. Her eyes fluttered closed for a moment. She chewed slowly, then faster. 1 bite, 2, 3. Gone. Her other hand was already moving to the tray. A second cookie. Then a third.